Now, of course, in our marriage, being married for 7 years, we've made a lot of financial mistakes. So I want you to learn from our mistakes. So what are some of our financial mistakes?
Number one, not being on the same page as a couple.
Not being on the same page as a couple. Financially, that is.
Financially, yes. Yeah. I remember this one time. This story was given on Sunday. My dear husband comes.
This is her version.
Yeah, this is my version.
But my version is more accurate.
And remember, women don't.
This might be exaggerated.
Forget.
Just a disclaimer.
In the year of our Lord 2020, we are 2 years in marriage. He meets one of his friends and he tells him, oh, there's this kind of deal, there's this kind of investment, we just need to give 120, and I think in a span of 3 months, it's gonna multiply by 3, something like that. And I was like, are you sure? I was like me, when I'm not sure about something, I'll just be like, And then he kept insisting and insisting and insisting. I was like, okay, you do your thing. But I knew for sure. Because, again, let me give you a backstory of this. I remember when 2006, 2007, there was something called DESI. I don't know if some of your parents joined DESI.
These ones don't know anything.
Oh, my God.
So, in 2006, there were 5 years.
You're just reminding me I'm a millennial. Anyway.
2000, you were born in 2002, most of you, right? 2000. So there were 5 years, so I'm sure.
So there was something called DESI. DESI was a pyramid scheme.
They know nothing.
And I remember my mom especially.
Do you know a pyramid scheme? Do you know a pyramid scheme?
I used to know pyramid scheme. Okay. She had joined a pyramid scheme, and I remember her taking a loan of a lot of money. And she had been told that every month you'll be getting 10% of this amount.
My Lord.
And 10% was good money because it could pay for all our school fees. And she still remained with money. So she had invested good money. She got the money first month. As usual, you don't take the first interest, right? Second month, she says, let it compound.
It's always the what do we call it? The temptation.
The temptation. By the 5th month, she had lost her interests and her principal. So because of that, I had that in mind. And I remember how it also took us aback that...
To recover,
because no, from Form 1, that is the first time my parents, I think, ever took a loan. And then from there, we really struggled, to be honest. So because of that, I had that in mind. That was quote-unquote like a trauma. So when you come up with the same idea with different whatevers, it didn't sit well with me. But I was like, you know what? You try. So after like 6 months, I asked him, by the way, ile pesa yetu imefika wapi? He just kept quiet, and I knew pesa ilikunywa maji. That I have cut the long story short. So I think on my side was, we are always a bit skeptical about doing online shopping, especially for, these shops in town and all.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
That was then. We were always.
Yeah.
So this one time, we were going to this wedding, tulikuwa tunasimamia hii harusi. And then because I have a small baby, I don't have the luxury of time going everywhere to get these things, I see a very nice shoe.
First of all, I have a dream about it.
No, the dream comes later.
Oh, okay.
So, at this point, he tells me, hey, these online shopping things, I really don't trust them. I'm like, the shop is in Syokimau. I've looked for this particular shoe. It's not there. Where is the shop? Gateway Mall. So I order for the shoe and ask them, is it available? Yes. I get to town. I pay for the shoe. It's supposed to get to town. By the time I'm getting to town, I'll get the shoe.
Yeah.
By the time I'm getting to...
Yeah, the one who goes to pick the shoe.
Wilson.
And it's online delivery.
Yes.
Wow.
No, I had the runs in town, so that's where I was going. So when I get to Wilson, I try texting this guy. No response. I try calling him. No response. Let me tell you, my 5,000 shillings went like that. It drank water, literally. So I don't tell him. I don't say it on that day. How do you say you've been warned about this thing?
I have told you, do not buy online.
Even
by that time, online was just starting.
Yes.
It was not as legit as now.
So even if it was you, would you say, thanks? So I went to another shop.
You see what the gangsters, what I've said? You see the gangsters where they're agreeing with you. If it was you, would you say, no? Those are gangsters. Men, beware. Beware.
So I go to this other shop and I get a shoe.
A lower quality.
Of course, a lower quality.
And a cheaper price.
Remind me what happened. we get to the wedding. Just the previous night it rained. When I was stepping on the mud, before I got to the end of the aisle, my shoe breaks. How much have I lost again? Another 5,000. So we come back home, and it says, babe, I've dreamt about you losing money. Have you lost money? I just laughed. No, it was a text first, so I didn't respond. So he comes home and tells me, by the way, have you read my message? I'm like, no, but I had seen the message. You can't have read the message.
Wow. Woman of God. Have you read the message? No.
But see, we are trying to be real. Thanks. Anyway, he tells me, by the way, I had a dream of you being conned. I just laughed.
I say beware.
Yeah.
Because I think, my mind is telling me it has not happened.
Yeah.
It is maybe gonna happen.
Yeah.
Kumbe.
Now the problem is the Lord is still dealing with my face. It still needs deliverance. He just saw my face and was like, okay, tell me the story. I told him, let me tell you, he laughed. He laughed. So you've lost 5,000 and you've come back with a shoe that is already broken. So in short, you've lost 10,000. So I think those are some of the things. So
mistake number 1, not being on the same page or as a couple financially. Don't go ahead and do anything if the both of you are not in agreement. The Bible says, the Lord commands a blessing where there is unity. So try and be on the same page financially as a couple first. Mistake number 2, not being financially intelligent. And that is not for me. You know who we are talking about.
Well, in a Kalon confession time. And for me, again, remember I've grown up knowing money will always be there. So I'm like, what's the fuss about saving? See, money will always be there. Money comes and goes. So for him, he's the kind who will even save 5 shillings. Even if if someone was able to save 1 bob, he would save the bob, to be honest. For me, on the other side, I did not understand why I need to save because he's saving for us. Aren't we one?
And by the way, many marriages are like this. There is the spender and the saver.
So I was the spender, but the Lord has really delivered me. We will get there. So I really never used to understand why we really need to save a lot of money. So most of the times, I'll get my stipend. Funny thing, I've never struggled with tithing by the grace of God.
You were taught since you were a child.
At least I was taught how to tithe. I have always been faithful with God's money. So
Victoria has a mantra. If the money does not solve your problems,
eat that money.
If the money does not solve your problems, eat that
money.
That was her slogan.
Yeah, but now I think
her philosophy of life.
Yes, so it continued like that for so many years. But then I got to a place where it was just like, no, I can't continue like this. My 30 taught me I can't continue like this. So we used to fight a lot about it.
Yeah, because you used to think I'm stingy.
Yeah, because, again, why you, like...
Why are we saving? Why are we saving?
You understand? Like, why?
Why are we denying ourselves?
Like, I only need 5,000 shillings, even if you are saving. 5,000, will it buy that car?
Wow. Is 1 million minus 5,000?
But it didn't make sense. It's only 5,000. So we need buy that. Just give me the money. Let me go spend it. And then we will figure out how to bring it back.
Does it make sense now?
Yes, it does make a lot of sense.
How does it make sense?
Because now, I think number 1, the deliverance came. Especially on me and how to work around money and have financial discipline. Even if right now, I think the other day I sent Pendo somewhere. And I saw something, she was sending me photos and I saw something. On a normal day, she knows, I would have told her, how much is that thing? Bring it to me now. It wasn't even a lot of money, it was just like 2K. And I was like, okay, I don't have money for that. She was shocked. Like, you don't have money for this particular thing, because on a normal day, it would be like, nah, yeah, just bring it to me, in as much as I don't plan for it. So right now, even 500 bob or even 200 bob.
It must be planned for.
Every coin must be planned for. So if I tell you I don't have money, now I understand when you say that statement. If I tell you I don't have money, it doesn't necessarily mean I am at 0. It means I don't have money
For that
for
thing.
that particular thing.
So we used to fight a lot with that statement. I would tell her, I don't have money. But her mind would tell her, but I've seen your account. There's money. So
Again, remember trauma again.
one time I had to explain to her, when I say I don't have money, it does not mean I am zero. I don't have money could mean I'm at 1 million. I don't have money, according to me. I don't have money could mean I'm at 50,000. And according to me, I
That
do
is
not have.
minus
That
the
is
bare
that-
minimum.
Yes, that's below threshold. So, when your parents would also tell you they don't have money, then it doesn't necessarily mean they didn't have money. It means that they did not have money for that thing. But money was actually there. And that thing I learned from my pastor, my father, Pastor Jimmy. He told me that there is no free money. I think you're also there.
Yeah, I was.
Many years ago. He told
That's
me,
when he was explaining to me that story I was saying before.
yes.
Yes.
He said, there is no free money. What does that statement mean? That statement means if you take money from here, it means something that was supposed to be taken care of by that money will not be taken care of. So there's no loose money hanging somewhere. Every money is attached to something.
Yes.
So if you eat your school fees, you have no school fees, even though you have rent. If you eat your rent, you have school fees, but you have nowhere to sleep. You get what I mean? There is no free.
Money.
So financial intelligence is learning that there is no free money. Money is always attached to something. So when you tell your friends, I don't have money, you don't mean I am zero. You don't, okay, some of you maybe when you say you don't have money, you actually mean
I'm at zero.
I'm at zero, but I'm believing you'll become more financially prudent people and realize that when you say you do not have money, it doesn't mean you're at zero. It just means that there's no money for that particular thing. So, mistake number 3, not deciding what to do with huge lump sums of money.
Yeah. So I remember there are times we get huge lump sums of money, but we're like, let's just stay there. So sometimes we don't really need to go for holiday.
But because the money is
But
there.
because there's money, like, see, we just go to Mombasa. We go to Mombasa. Let's go to this place. We just go to this place. But if we're to be honest,
We
it
didn't have
wasn't really necessary us going to that place at that point with that particular money. It would have been better if it was invested elsewhere.
So that is what is called emotional spending.
Yes.
Because you feel like, see, we have this money over there,
And it's just lying
and
around.
it's just lying around. See, we go for holiday. That's one of the problems of being an emotional spender. So it's important for you to decide on huge lumps of money. So what we did is, I try my best not to have huge lump sums of money in my account. If you get my account, you realize that I only have very little money.
Go and
there.
get hakuna
Hakuna kitu. Because most of the money has been moved to
others.
other sources, other areas, maybe MMFs, different things. So to get that money, I'll need like 24 hours. And my paps taught me, if, for example, if you want to buy this water, you tell yourself, if this water really has to be bought, after 24 hours, if the need will still be there, that's when we'll buy it.
Yeah.
You get? So I don't buy it when you come and tell me, oh, like here in church, you guys come and say, oh, we need this. You notice that I'm not quick to buy. Because I've always been taught, I've been trained that there are some requisitions that are not necessary. If you just delay, people will find a way of solving
Carrying
that
it out.
issue. But if you always buy it at the spot of it, oh, they said, oh, these things are not working, we need to replace them, and you replace, you'll always be spending money, emotional spend. So he taught us many years ago that when something is supposed to be bought, delay. So when the money is not in your account, it's in another account that takes time to get it. If you want to buy shoes, you'll ask yourself, are those shoes really necessary? Am I walking barefoot? If in 24 hours you'll not have found shoes to wear, buy. But I'm sure in 24 hours you'll have found other shoes to wear. So emotional spending is a mistake we made in our earlier years of marriage. And eventually we got a hang of it. Now we know how to go about it.